We are back into sunny weather again, which is lovely, because after the last off-road day I need to replace my rear diff breather because it's hanging down underneath the car. This should be a pretty straightforward fix because it doesn't need any lines, but I know how this usually goes. I'll start a job and then it'll grow arms and legs, and before you know it I'll be installing new hoses and clips and all sorts. Let's see what I discover as I try and tackle my diff breathers on the Land Cruiser. So this unfortunately has been so caked in underseal that diff breather is breathing nothing, so I'll have to pull that off. And also it got popped off on the last off-roading day, so I need to find a better place to route it and secure it anyway. I'll measure the diameter and get some longer tubing purchased. For anyone requiring future reference, 6.4mm is the diameter of the diff breather. Although if you measure the swaged section, it's 7mm. Well, for now, I'm just gonna grab the tube and see if I can give that the old wiggle and get that out of there. Okay, I was able to get it moving well enough. It might just pop right out now. Yeah. Okay, so can confirm, diff was under pressure. Okay, so that's not ideal, but diff has now had a chance to breathe. Okay, fresh one's in there. Don't know what that clip is, but we'll take that off. I will procure some better hose so I can lengthen it, and in the meantime I think I'll just clamp it to that the handbrake line just to try and keep it in a more vertical position. I'll just get a reusable cable tie on it, that'll do for now. That'll do for now. Space to move, and it's now not going to keep falling down underneath the car anymore. That'll do for now, and I'll get some longer tube with an appropriate internal diameter. My plan, there's a happy little zone up there. It'll be fine if I just put it up there. That'll give me an extra 50cm of clearance on the breather. That's fine. I'm not wading and snorkeling with this car, so that'll do me.
2 days later.
Right, I've had some hose pipe delivered. That's 1/4 inch internal, so let's give that a go. This diff breather is really easy to remove. There's just one simple clip, which is just finger tight. Just squeeze that, and then this twists off. Right, there you go, pop, that comes off. My new hose is a little bit tighter, but it might still go on. I'll get a bit of silicone spray if I have to. Nah, we can wiggle that on. Alright, so that's wiggled on. One point to note, I did get the rubber hose, which was oil safe. This is just Airline, in fact, from Hoses UK. 1/4 inch Airline hose. I didn't get silicone. I thought about getting yellow silicone tube, but silicone's not great for oil, and this will definitely have some oil in the area. So this is what we got. There we have it. New cable, just runs up the fuel pipe and tucks up there next to the filler neck. I'm probably going to just go swap these for some black cable ties, and if that works I'll put on some proper Jubilee clips, but that'll do. It still allows some movement for the pipe, for the hose, but it relocates the breather to a drier place, and I've put that new cap on the end. It's not factory, but that doesn't matter. The rest of it isn't factory now. It's custom. Well, you join me now in the trunk or the boot of the Land Cruiser, where I am lounging like a Victorian prostitute because of the next task, which is pulling the drawers out to modify them, doing the fuel filter that's underneath the seats, and a few other pieces to tidy up. But for now, that's the diff breather. That was a very straightforward installation. That hose, I've now permanently routed it up into the fuel tank. I don't really want to run a line all the way to the engine bay, but I've got a little bit of that hose left over, and so I'm going to extend the engine bay front diff breather as well, using that same yellow and black hose. I was in there a couple of weeks ago, so the fitting should be easy enough to remove. I just got to pull the airbox off again. So I'll do that on another day. For now, I have to start tackling interior strip out for another job. Follow along if you want to see some more Land Cruiser content, if you want to see what else I'm doing. I'll try and weave in some little tips and tricks as I go through from what I've learned. If you enjoyed the video, do hit like below and subscribe if you want to see more. Most of our viewers aren't subscribed. Hit the button at the bottom, and then you might be less likely to miss out on some possibly useful Land Cruiser content. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Have a good day, make good decisions if you can, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Goodbye.